Looks good for the parade this morning, and also at Half Moon Bay, which sometimes the fog tends to hide out a little bit, opening the skies up nicely. As I mentioned earlier, however, it looks like some of this might return, oddly enough, as we approach around noon into the early afternoon, particularly along the coast, and maybe some scattered clouds for San Francisco as an exception to everybody else today. All right, here's a look at your current temperatures. Got a lot of 60s on the board here. 59 for Fremont, 78 for Antioch up north. Got a mixture of 60s and 70s. 55, by the way, for Half Moon Bay. And it shows up a little bit here as well. We get into the afternoon, and you can see how the peninsula is covered up a little bit with a few scattered clouds to make note of. But again, on balance, it looks pretty sunny for most of the bay today. By tomorrow morning, you see how it fills up Monterey Bay, but then mixes out very, very quickly into the afternoon. So we're really looking at a hot forecast as we get into next week, even though these winds loyally onshore they are. I mentioned this earlier too. Solano County, you have addition to everything going on. A red flag warning, it kicks in on Monday, will be around through Wednesday, it looks like, and that's with winds in the right direction too. It just is, temperatures are getting so hot. The relative humidity, even though you don't add or take away any moisture, the relative humidity numbers start to fall anyway because the air has more of a capacity to hold more moisture in it when it gets hotter. Sunny and nice for today. We got 70s going on for the bay, 90s inland for early part of the week, warming quickly, 80s for the bay, 100 plus inland. Then we jump into a category, get to midweek. We may push near 110, certainly between the 105, 110 range, and 90s covering the bay. Only breaking, it looks like now, perhaps into the following weekend. Looks like this heat advisory or excessive heat warning will be sticking around for Friday as well. We won't be hearing as much about this because we've got all this hot weather going on, but just to show you the tropics through the Caribbean, a good strong hurricane category 3 barrel coming our way, or not our way, but coming through the Caribbean. Max winds at 115, you can see that would be by Wednesday, and generally it looks like to the Bay of Campeche is where it's going to try to head and perhaps hit the Mexican Gulf of Mexico coast by that point. That would be early into the following week. But some models want to kick it up to Texas, so we'll see as we get a little closer. Back to what's going on here. A few scattered clouds for San Francisco, mild at 71, 79 for Oakland, 86 San Jose in the big map. You have the middle 90s far east and up north. Santa Rosa 86 meanwhile for San Jose. But make no mistake about it, hot, hot, hot. 97 tomorrow, and by Tuesday 102. We'll just continue to add to that later on for this week. So the gloves are coming off. Going to be a hot one this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yikes. Wow, 93, but you know, and that 102, my goodness.
Well, we're still building on that. So Wednesday's going to get hotter, and you know, that's when we have the 105 to 110 range. So watch out. Contra Costa County, Solano Counties, Napa, they usually get hit hard.
All right, good information there. Thanks so much, Dave. Sure. Over Santa Cruz